official announcement of the team. But just to put in perspective on my note, is the fact that we all have been tracking our athletes since the conclusion of the Tokyo 2020 Games, which were held in 2021. So a 3-year turnaround to this moment is all of us where we're then saying, what were we looking at? And perspective is that in the last Olympic Games, we had 5 athletes that managed to compete for Zimbabwe. And in that context, we obviously had ambitions of doing better, and I did indicate at the time that that was our worst moment and that the levels that we should never get ourselves into. So we're looking at an upward trajectory from that moment, which we then eventually set out a target of qualifying double of that number, which we did exhibit by action by supporting 10 athletes that you remember when we unveiled the scholarship. There's always a catch about my 10. When I say 10 and referring to 10, I always believe in the seed context, in the tithing and seed context, of which when we say we put in 10, we were believing that the athletes that should have been supported at that time to expand our team should ideally have been 100 athletes, so that we can then support the pool of people that deserve to be given a chance. Your chances of then qualifying a bigger team when you support a big number of athletes that deserve, your pool becomes bigger for where you can fish in from. So we supported 10 athletes, I think beginning January 2022, with the ambition of qualifying double of that number. But again, I think as you follow the journey in the last 2.5 years, most of you already know the athletes that have attained the standards. But why the official announcement and why we go through the whole process of selection? My dream and the dream of the nation is that we get to levels where athletes that attain qualifying standards are just attaining qualifying standards. And then there is a selection of the best out of the best. So that's normally the trend in which the competition that we are going to be facing are countries that have qualified a large number in the 100 meters, for instance. You will talk of countries like USA, countries like Jamaica. They qualify bigger numbers than that. And then they select the pool out of that.